name is Paul. I, for fun, recondition XT500s. I've done a few. This is my current build. I get these bikes, get them running, sort out all the mechanical issues, then strip them and send the various parts out to be spray painted, zinc plated, powder coated, etc. We're now looking at the frame. For the first time, this frame has been gun coated. It's a special coating. It's the closest to the original black XT500 black. So as you can see, it's all taken apart. Everything is cleaned. Of particular interest is this oil tank. Got to make sure that that's 100% clean. I clean it thoroughly before I give it to the spray painters, and I block everything off, but when I get it back I still clean it again. It's cleaned with a degreaser and soap and degreaser and soap, and we repeat the process until it's squeaky clean inside. The bike came with aftermarket shocks. I was able to source a new set of shocks, and as you can see, they've been reconditioned. By recondition, you can't open them up. They've got to work properly, but they've been cleaned up, they've been spray painted. We had stickers made which we put on. The springs have been powder coated, and the adjustments have been chromed. Okay, belly pan, full of dents. Spent a good 2 hours, 3 hours in the garage with the ball peen hammer, hammering them out, then sanding it down. Then it went in for plating. It was supposed to be a sheen silver, but it's come out too dark, so it's got to go back. This is the parts that were powder coated, cleaned up nicely, shot blast in fact. I always do it because the end result is that much better. So everything was shot blast to get the powder coaters, and this is how we got it back. So the powder coating hides a lot of the imperfections, so that's why some of these parts are powder coated. So these are the parts that were zinc plated. Take it all off. Again, I follow my own process. I clean everything up on a wire brush, get all the muck off, then I clean them again, then I clean them with sunlight soap, and then I give it to the platers. And there's no doubt that the end result is far better if you give them clean product. All foot pegs, when you get them after 44 years, they're all worn. I take them to an engineer. He drills out the hole, puts in a bush, and you get it back, and it's as good as new. So what will happen now is I clean it up, I'll spray paint it. The spring has already been zinc plated, and then new foot peg rubbers go on. So in the process of getting the bike running properly, there was a lot of work that had to be done to the wiring harness. As you can see, I took it apart, I soldered the bad joints, I put in new wires here and there, and it's cleaned and it's basically ready to be put back in. Petrol tank has been redone. In this particular case, it had dents in the polish part, so it had to be cut open and pushed out from the inside. But as you can see, it's a professional job, and this was done prior to even pulling the bike apart, because the spray painters can take a while to get the job done. Side covers have also been done. This was the initial mud guard. You can see it's been fixed, spray painted, but for this bike I've decided to buy a brand new mud guard, and they don't come cheap. Mud guards, front mud guard, that's a Yamaha original part, and that'll also go into this bike. Okay, so this is all the bits and pieces, and as I put them back, they'll be cleaned up, painted, cleaned up on the wire brush. Nothing will go back on the bike unless it looks brand new. The clocks have already been sort of half done. You You can see they're looking good, they've been spray painted. And then if you look down here, here's the rest of the parts. They'll all be cleaned up, painted. Okay, so here's the engine. That's how it came out. When I first got the bike going, compression was low, and we did a few things, and after running it sort of improved, but at the end of the day it was in the valves, so that's now been fixed. Other than that, this engine is in very nice condition. It doesn't leak any oil, it runs very smoothly, no noises, so there's no need to open it. So what will happen now is it will be cleaned up and it will be sprayed as a complete unit with special heat and petrol resistant paint.